What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games, and I'm incredibly excited to talk about some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leaks and news. And in today's video, we're talking about the brand new breeding mechanics, and we also got more type combos for 3 new Paradox forms, which is really exciting. We are so close to figuring out all the Paradox form typings. And of course, guys, please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's start off with the new breeding mechanics for Scarlet and Violet. And this is going to be very interesting and different from previous games. So you receive eggs in the new Pokemon Picnic. Pokemon Picnic is like Pokemon Camp, and it looks like they're expanding a lot on this feature. So previously, just in Pokemon Camp, we were able to like feed Pokemon, play with them so they like us more. You know, it was like a neat, interesting thing. Looks like it's gonna be the exact same thing, but now they're adding a breeding element to it. And it's going to be interesting to see how we actually get the eggs from this, because like Sword and Shield, we were able to access all our Pokemon at a click of a button, just like go to our boxes and rearrange our box with our full party. So we were able to just to do that. I assume the same thing's going to be in Scarlet and Violet, but I wonder if there's going to be like a breeding box for us to just have certain Pokemon, you select them, and then you can just have them breed in Pokemon Picnic. For hatching eggs, though, incubators are here. So when the eggs come from the Pokemon, we're going to need to be able to hatch them, which is sort of lame. It doesn't seem like we can actually just put the eggs in our party, but I do think that is a good thing. We can still have 6 Pokemon in our party, but then we're going to be hatching Pokemon separately in incubators. The big question is this going to be like Pokemon Go, where we're going to have one permanent incubator and then we're going to need to buy the rest of in-game currency? We're going to have to wait and see, but hopefully there's like a bunch of incubators and we can do a lot of eggs at the same time, and it doesn't cost us in-game money or any sort of Pokemon money or whatever. I hope they don't monetize this feature at all, because I am a little bit worried about this. And yes, you can put the incubators in there and wait. So it doesn't seem to be a movement thing like previous hatchings, but you're going to be putting them in the incubators to wait. And this could be a good and bad thing. If we have to wait a certain amount of time, let's say 2 hours, right? If we can just adjust our switch clock by 2 hours, instantly hatch eggs, and be the fastest egg hatching method in any Pokemon game ever. Going to be really exciting if that happens. If we cannot manipulate the in-game switch clock to hatch incubators, then this is going to be terrible. We don't know if moving in the game will make it so eggs hatch faster, but we are hoping. And now for some more Riddler Coup Paradox type hints. So we did go over this a couple of videos now about the Volcarona forms. If you don't know, the one for Scarlet is going to be Bug and Fighting. The one for Violet is going to be Poison and Fire. Riddler Coup came back and did 3 more tweets with some more Paradox form typings. And some of these are really exciting, and the more types that get confirmed, the more we can figure out the other ones that haven't been confirmed yet. And it's like a big puzzle, which is really exciting. So Riddler Coup said launch it, and it's just a spiel. It's water and ice, you know, regular spiel typing. Here's the thing. On the Paradox type list, there is no water types on that list. So there's no water relation. There is one ice type, and that is Delibird. And we know Delibird is keeping that ice typing and is losing that flying typing. So it makes sense to me, because Delibird is a penguin, that Delibird, his future form, his violet form, is going to be a penguin, and is going to be a water and ice penguin. And I'm really excited. I mean, he said launch it here, which is a pretty big hint to me, because you know penguins slide a lot on the ice. They launch themselves down the hill. They go really fast. I can see this being some sort of delibird that is maybe a snowboarder, you know, because of penguins of sliding, you know, sliding down the ice. I can see it being a really fast delibird. Probably has really high attack, high speed, and potentially could have speed boost, because you know slipping down the ice is going to make you go really fast, and penguins even in the water are incredibly fast. Gotta say, water ice is actually pretty good offensive and sort of decent defensive typing too. Water is an insane type combo. Ice is insane for offense, of course. Gives more weaknesses, but you know, I think this new Delibird is something I can be really excited for, especially as someone who's planning on getting Pokemon Violet. And then Riddler Coup tweets out a picture of Stunfisk, which is a ground and electric type Pokemon. And he says it's a Paradoxmon. There is only one ground type Pokemon that is getting a Paradox Pokemon. Well, it's actually getting 2 Paradox forms, because it is both in Scarlet and Violet. This Paradox Pokemon is DONPHAN. So now we know that one of the donphans is getting a ground and electric type. And I actually want to believe that is going to be in the Pokemon Violet. Electric typing makes a lot of sense for Pokemon Violet. When you look at Hydreigon, it is Dragon and Electric, so we already know that that is going to be the electric game, and Koraidon is going to have more of the fighting types too as the additional secondary typing. So I think it's a educated guess there. I'm also going to say that the Donphan for Pokemon Scarlet is using the same logic, will be ground in fighting, which will be a brand new type combination, which is insanely strong. It is super effective against 8 of the 18 types, which is massive and insane neutral coverage too. So overall, the donphans are both going to be cracked in either game. I'm going to have to give it honestly to the Scarlet Donphan there as well, because that's going to be wild. And for our third paradox type combo hint, Riddler Coup says, how many heads do they have? So Riddler Coup is telling us to count the heads. So 1 head on Mandibuzz, 1 head on Volibye, but there's a second head here because it is wearing a skull. Flip it upside down. That is a skull as its eggshell. So we have 3 heads. It's dark and flying. What paradox Pokemon has 3 heads and already is a dark type? There's only one, and the answer is Hydreigon. So Hydreigon will not be a Dragon Electric like I originally thought in my previous video, but it is now confirmed to be a dark and flying type, a Pokemon Violet exclusive paradox form. That's incredibly exciting. Dark Flying is actually really good typing. Mandibuzz is an absolute beast defensively because of that typing. So I don't think it's terrible or anything. Yeah, losing the Dragon type sort of sucks, and you're still weak to Fairy. However, you're not 4 times weak to Fairy, which is actually a pretty much a godsend for Hydreigon. It's definitely going to make it a lot more relevant too. So I think I am really excited for this. Flying is a great typing offensively and defensively. So I'm really happy with this new type combo of Hydreigon. It's very interesting too. It's like, we weren't really expecting this. And after that, we now have all 28 paradox typings. So looking at this list, there's 25 here that Kaka confirmed for us. But in today's video, we learned about the water typing for Delibird, the flying typing for Hydreigon, and we also learned from Coup about the poison typing for the new Volcarona. So those were the 3 last types we needed. So now we have all the puzzle pieces to make our paradox typing combination list. And I'm not gonna lie, it is a difficult thing to make, but I did work on a graphic, and this is gonna be a working graphic until we figure out all of the paradox type combinations, but I think we are mostly on the right track now. Now, looking at the list of confirmed paradox typings, we can now cross off a couple more Pokemon. We now know about Hydreigon's typing. We know about Donphan's typing for sure. And this is a very strong educated guess, which I'm still going to keep up here. We know about both Volcaronas, and we know about Delibird, right? And we also know all of the types in general. So we know that there is no steel type, there is no rock type. So we know that Magneton will have to keep its electric typing. We know that Tyranitar will have to keep its dark typing going forward. So this is a great start for us to figure out what types could these Pokemon actually be, because we have all of the pieces. Now for our unconfirmed types. So we have all 28 pieces on the board now, and I move them around to things that would make sense. I highlighted the Pokemon that we are not sure about their full typings yet, which is Jigglypuff, Amoonguss, Salamence, Magneton, Hariyama, Tyranitar, and Gallade. So the pieces that we have on the board to play around with right now is we have a fighting type, we have a dragon type here, we have a dark type, we have a second dragon type, and then we have 2 electrics, and we also have a fairy. So I will say this, speaking of Gallade, I am pretty sure it will be fairy, because Gallade is bringing the fighting type, and supposedly this is a fusion of Gallade and Gardevoir as an archer. Gallade will bring the fighting, Gardevoir will bring the fairy. They're going to both remove the psychic typing, and I think that's a very safe bet on Gallade. So now we're down to 6 Pokemon, right? And now we got 2 electric, 2 dragon, 1 fighting, and 1 dark. So we do know that Jigglypuff will not be a dark type. We also know that Hariyama will not be a dark type. So that also limits our options where this dark typing can go. Also, it can't go to Tyranitar because it has to be a dual type, and you can't be double dark type. That's just not a thing, right? So this dark typing can actually only go either to Salamence or Amoonguss. And this is a tough one. The reason why I put it on Salamence is because Shelgon has dex entries where it's living in a dark cave waiting to evolve. And that's why I'm believing into the Dragon Dark Salamence. It could potentially pick up one of these electric types. We also know that it can't be a double dragon. It could potentially pick up the fighting type too. But it is very limited on what this type can actually be because of the limitations of, well, it has to be a dual type. And the fact that Jigglypuff cannot be a dark type means it can either be a fighting type, or it can be an electric type, or it can be a dragon type. When I looked at that Jigglypuff image, I can see it being a fighting type, mostly because of when I think of Koraidon, he is the fighting dragon and it is the mascot of Scarlet. So I want to bring this fighting type over to this side. And of all the 4 Pokemon here, I don't see it in Amoonguss being a fighting type. Salamence could be a fighting type, but because it is dragon and fighting like Koraidon, I just don't think they'll do the same typing as the box legendary. And then Magneton, electric fighting, I just can't see that at all. So I think the fighting type will go to Jigglypuff here. And now we're at Amoonguss, Magneton, Hariyama, and Tyranitar. And, you know, we're dealing with both of the dragon types and both of the electric types. And Magneton can't be an electric type twice. So automatically that means Magneton gets a dragon type, which is weird. I mean, that's just sort of how this went down. But what else? Could have Magneton been a dark type and then Salamence picks up the electric type? That could be a thing too. Hariyama could also get the dragon type as well. I can see Hariyama getting that because, you know, it's a sumo wrestler, martial artist, technically it's a fighting style. Dragon iconography have a lot to do with fighting. So I could see Hariyama becoming a fighting dragon, but I don't know. Maybe he comes from some like sumo thunder god too, like Raiden, and he can pick up this electric. So I put electric here. Tyranitar could get the dragon type or the electric typing with that same possibility. I just think, you know, Dark Dragon would be interesting, and especially because they already got Hydreigon, but I want to lean towards the Mecha Godzilla vibe of a dark and electric. And to be fair, Tyranitar already is Godzilla, and he never had the dragon type in the first place, and he doesn't need the dragon typing. I think a dark electric is more interesting than a dark dragon, personally. Amoonguss getting the dragon type, my reasoning here is we have weird grass dragons already. We have a lone executor. If a lone executor can be a grass dragon, why can't Amoonguss be a grass dragon? Honestly, it's not looking like it's going to be very easy to discern, because knowing all the types in play and knowing what Pokemon and knowing what types are confirmed, some of these types will end up being weird, and that's okay. They're supposed to be. These are paradox Pokemon. These are Pokemon that's not supposed to exist in the wild. So like an electric dragon Magneton can totally sound insane, but that's sort of the point, right? I mean, what? A bug fighting Volcarona? I mean, come on. That's so weird. Like poison fire Volcarona too. Really weird as well to me. So, you know, let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about these unconfirmed types for Jigglypuff, Amoonguss, Salamence, Magneton, Hariyama, Tyranitar, and Gallade? These are the ones I really want to know because we already know the other ones. And guys, if you're new to the channel, I really appreciate it. If you subscribe, really helps me out. And like the video, of course. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.